Hello everyone, you're here with me, Jen the Taxidermy Witch, and we are talking about Blue Jay and the Hawk as animal spirit totems, and we have Otis on thy lap, which is such a lovely blessing every single day. So glad he's a part of my little life up here. And I will tell you a little tiny story about why I'm making this video. And so Otis got his new collar, he got his new leash, his lead, and his harness, and so we've been taking him outside to be a part of the earth again, which is lovely. But when he wanted to go outside, he was giving me that certain cry that was telling me he wants to go outside. However, I wasn't okay with that because it wasn't time for me to take him out, and I just have other stuff I have to do. However, I opened up the window and I let him breathe that fresh air, which he absolutely loves. And then we saw two blue jays go into a tree, fussle around, and then fly out. Hi, Cactus Daisy. Welcome. It's so nice to see you. She says, oh my god, hi, Jen. These animals have been prominent figures in your life for many years. That's excellent. And whenever I get out a message, it's something that needs to be said. The hawk is something that my best friend and I have been talking about for a long time and wanting to do a video on because he's been seeing it a lot. So here we go. Love you, darling. We're going to talk about the blue jay first because that's what me and Otis saw together. Otis and I, me and Otis. I don't know. Garden plants, welcome. Wishing you well as well. And so we're reading out of this book. The Book of Beasties, the A to Z Guide to the Illuminating Wisdom of the Spirit Animals by Sarah Bramford Sealdman. You guys, I know you can get this at Barnes & Noble because that's where I got it. But if you can't find it there, then go to Thrift Books. Thrift Books is an excellent place to check for books at a lower price, and then also, not have so many productions of books, etc. Hello, Esoteric Dragon. So good to see you back in the chat. Really, really welcome to you. Alright, so here we go. We're going to talk about the blue jay. So beautiful. When they fly past, it's just like, it's like almost shocking. It's almost like seeing a cardinal, like that bright red. It's beautiful. Madam Butterfly, welcome. How many books do I have? Oh, lordy. Go back and search Taxidermy Witch books, and I kind of go through my whole bookshelf, but I have even more now. How many books do I have just for witchcraft? Probably like 100 or more. And then how many books do I have total? Shit. 600? Every time I move, that's the heaviest boxes, is the books. So we're going to talk about the blue jay first, because that's something that just happened to me just now, right, Otis? He's right here with us, y'all. See him? He's listening as well. So the 4 words that have to go with the blue jay are admiration, which is a lovely word, illusion, intuition, and boldness. There you go, Esoteric Dragon. We're better now, yeah? Hey, Uncle Badger, it's so nice to see you. Welcome, welcome, Sonia. Well, welcome, Melinda. So beautiful to see all my friends here. Where we're talking about the blue jay. So I'm going to say those words again. Admiration, illusion, intuition, and boldness. So as I was looking out the window and I saw those blue jays, because when we see animals in our everyday life, I am always able to refer back to this book and say, what was I thinking at the moment that I saw the animal? I was thinking about the channel, I was thinking about progression, I was thinking about this virus that everybody's talking about, which I have my own opinions about, but I just don't want to I hope to put them out there soon, but a lot of you do know how it's fine. So again, it's like follow your intuition, be bold. Illusion is just what it is, and that kind of wraps back around to the virus. So when we talk about the blue jay, these are words from the book like they were coming out of the blue jay's mouth. We travel in the crisp fall air together as a tribe of a dozen. In mid-air we can serve in quiet voices, determining the best place to land. We settle on a backyard with a full bird feeder. Alighting on the ground, ever watchful, we take turns feasting on the seeds. I feel the crest on my head deflate as I relax and feed along with my family. Feeling good, I let out a few reluctant calls, joyfully exclaiming, "We're here." It's cool because Peggy has blue jays that come up to her bird feeders that are outside of her kitchen window, and she's always scaring away the blue jays because they scare away the robins and all the other smaller birds. It's so cute. I love that you guys are talking to each other in the chat. It makes me very, very, very happy. Okay, so then just talking about the blue jay. The blue jay is a saucy little fucker and noisy beastie who is not afraid to be drama queen or king, love that duality, when that's what's called for, or to engage with the mob to restore balance to her environment. Being clownish, spunky, and controversial all at once. The blue jay is calling you to use your voice now. Imitating competing birds like hawks and owls. That's funny because the next thing we're going to read about is hawk. Right, dragon? So funny and interesting that it talks about the hawk right in here. Imitating competing birds like hawks and owls. And then the owl thing resonates too, doesn't it? That the blue jay excels at. Trying on the voices or styles of those who inspire you. That's me. I'm always putting on like a British or an Australian accent when I feel like that punctuation needs to be said. I saw this at the right point at the right time, and I think it's beautiful. Trying on the voices or styles of those who inspire you, especially those who share your territory, and mimicking them as Blue Jay does, will help you find your voice again if it's been lost. When the blue jay appears, it's also an invitation to trust your own intuition. And that right there is what I'm fucking talking about. That's what I was thinking as I was looking out the window. That's what I was trying to channel as I was looking out the window. Just with Otis, like, getting that fresh air. And those two blue jays flew down in that little bush and just kind of rustled around for 3 or 4 minutes and then flew out. And me and Otis both had the best time looking at them. So when the blue jay appears, it's also an invitation to trust your own intuition. If you get a sixth sense about something, see where it leads you. Following that feeling in your bones or in your waters will benefit not just you but many. Blue jays are also known to raid the nests of other birds in order to feed their own progeny. Studying and taking inspiration from the work of others you admire can help you get your own work off the ground. I love that. Inspiration. Realize that every new creative idea was built upon existing works. Develop these inspired concepts. With the blue jay, wait until they are boldly and brilliantly your own. Fantastic. I love it. I want to say hi to some people I haven't said hi to yet. Hello, Joyce Jordan. It's so good to see you. Hello, Brendan the Gent. It was great to video chat with you last night. We had a fun time, didn't we? Good things. Yeah, Madam Butterfly, 13 is my lucky number 2 dragon. Kitty, lovely to see you. Beautiful, beautiful. Everybody's here. Kitty, kitty, purr. Yes. Alright, so we're talking about the blue jay and aligning affirmations. Relish sauciness. That's all me, isn't it? Add flavor to life and love. Refreshing. Mimic to learn. Try out what you fancy. I mean, I feel like they're just speaking in British terms now, which is my very favorite thing. Mimic to learn. Try on what you fancy. Test another song to discover your own. Seek high notes. Sing with a loftier vocabulary. Loft. Interesting. Choose notes bathed in light. Now we talk about the chakra. I would never guess the blue jay chakra, and I want you guys to guess what chakra the blue jay relates to. Because if I use all my logic, I couldn't figure it out. Okay, KDR guesses the crown. Great guess. Hiya, KDR, by the way. Nice to see you. Because most birds tend to be that crown chakra. It is not the crown chakra. Let's keep guessing. Let's keep guessing! And then I'll read about it. Sacral? Nope. I would have never guessed this one. So here's where my guesses would have laid. Laid, lay, I don't know. Either the crown because it's a bird, or because it's blue, the throat chakra, because that is a blue color, the throat chakra. But it is not. It is actually the third eye, which is the indigo color, and it lays right here on the body. So the chakra that the blue jay relates to is the third eye. Indigo is the color associated with this gate to inner realms and higher consciousness. Lavender essential oil is said to enhance this chakra. Mix a few drops in a carrier oil, which could be any kind of oil like olive oil, grapeseed oil, sweet almond oil would probably be my favorite, and apply to your brow when your eyes, between your eyes before meditation, with the intention of accessing this inner point of wisdom to be able to see without seeing. Okay? Yeah, it is interesting. I think so too. Very interesting. I know, gasp, right, KDR? I would have never guessed either, and that's why I'm trying to be honest with you guys. A lot of these seem like, you know, we can guess them, but, you know, just when we think we've got it all known, then like this. 13 people in the chat, 3 likes. I see some 3s, I see some 13s. We're really resonating the number 13 in this chat. I like it. So when it goes on to talk about the beastly practice, blue jays frequently mimic other birds, like we talked about before. Consider 3 people you admire. Document their most awesome assets, 3 adjectives for each person. Example, paradigmatic, a bit rowdy, and extremely dedicated. Look at the list of 9 descriptors and recognize that you, too, possess these characteristics. Choose 3 you'd like to express more of. Write them on a card and place the card where you'll see it daily. Okay, this is what I'm always talking about. If you have goals, if you have... I love how the likes went up to 7. Awesome, you guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. If you have goals, write them on Post-its and put them all over your bathroom mirror or all over your bedroom wall or something that you see every single day, because you're more likely to get it done if you write it down. Because you'll feel a sense of unaccomplishment if you don't get it done, and more accomplishment if you do get it done. And that's my personal thought on that, and that connected with me. Now, when we talk about the blue jay, the vocation, the feathers of a blue jay appear blue, but in reality the color comes from light being refracted. We only perceive them as blue. Wow. Kind of like seawater? I don't know. There is no reality, only perception. Stop it, Blue Jay. You're tripping me out, and I love it. To find clarity, ask others how they see a particular situation at work. If it feels good, allow their perspective to color your own. Now we talk about the Blue Jay and wellness. And like I say, you guys, in this book, we have many, many sections, and we'll talk about the bird, the words, this is out of their mouth, this is a general, and then it goes on to talk about the chakra, the beastly practice, the reflection, the love, the wellness, the relating, etc. So we talk about the vocation, we did that, didn't we? We did. So wellness, the crest of a blue jay flattens when he's relaxed, but bristles when he's excited or agitated. When in the shower, spend a few extra minutes massaging your scalp, or treat yourself to a scalp massage to free up energy that you have been holding as tension. Now, I was a massage therapist for years. I can tell you that scalp massage is amazingly healing, especially for men, for some reason. Like, men always want their head rubbed. And I'm not trying to be funny, I'm just being serious. Like, you know, and I think it's because women don't want to mess up their hair or whatever, but men really do love that vibrant scalp massage, especially if you have some fingernails. Now, when it comes to creativity, blue jays, like squirrels, squirrels, um, are known to store nuts for later consumption. You will benefit from keeping an idea file, a treasure chest of ideas, thought characters, sketches, images, sounds, or storylines for you to dip into later. When we talk about the blue jay and relating, jays can be gregarious, I don't know that word, and noisy. If you are also this way, accept and celebrate this part of yourself. If you are typically shy, it's time to voice your opinions with a bit of blue jay like force. Now, when blue jay relates to love, when building a nest together, both male and female jays participate. I love that. In your partnership, you'll need to create your home together. Equal contribution and consideration are important. Jays mate for life. If you're flying solo and want a partner, think about who will compel you and complement you and your gifts. Now, if blue jay is your core beastie or your spirit animal or your animal totem, you are revered for being able to fearlessly speak the truth. And that's a beautiful thing. If you're able to fearlessly speak the truth, you're giving a gift to humanity. You're not holding back, and you're being your true self. So I think that that's fantastic. Hi, Jackie T. I want to say hi to people that I may not have seen in the chat. Again, you guys, I will read back all these comments after the video. I'm just going to rewatch it back. But now we're going to talk about the hawk. And the really cool thing about talking about the hawk was that we talked about it in the blue jay section of the book. Metalhead Love Bug Goth, welcome. Nice to see you, my love. So now we're talking about the hawk, and there are 4 words that have to do with the hawk. Maneuverability, confidence, resoluteness, and facility. Okay, now we're going to say some words as if they were right out of the hawk's mouth. The ridge is just ahead. Soaring above the warm earth, my body is already anticipating the rising thermals. I feel the first warm updraft beneath me, swiftly surging me heavenward. I ride it up in a spiritual pattern, and dozens of others join me. Tracing this beautiful helix together, we rise as high as we can go. I'm grateful for this effortless leg of the long journey. Unseen forces lift me, and it makes all the difference. We will now coast for miles, benefited by the mingled calmness of the great sun and the winds. Okay, now we're just going to talk about the hawk in general. Yeah, you don't find many crow feathers, do you? They're kind of hard to find. I don't think they molt as much as other birds. It's interesting. So when we talk about the hawk, awaken to the power of ease, whispers the hawk. Hawk can teach you the power of conserving your personal energy by harnessing the beneficial currents that invisibly swim around you. Hundreds of hawks are frequently seen kettling during their migration. To ease their journey, they exploit the rising thermals, forming rising helical collection of birds. Once at the top of the helix, they can coast for long distances without efforts. Hawk invites you to notice certain powerful places where it's easier for you to work and think. Become more aware of your own rhythms, as well as the rhythms of the universe. This will really link to a lot of women who are trying to become more in sync with their menstruation rhythms. as well as the rhythms of the universe, the tides, again, the moon's waxing and waning, again, the trajectory of the sun, and with Hawk's help, learn to align these unseen but helpful forces. Which times and places uplift you? Use them. When inspiration strikes, answer its call and see where this expansive force can take you. The circular patterns Hawk traces in the sky are a reminder for you that everything in life is a circle. And for the person I'm reading this for, they'll understand this. This infinity loop. Like the earth itself, nothing remains fixed. In this moment, embrace the cycle you are in and where you exist in it. And now, if the hawk is your animal totem or your core beastie or your spirit animal, you are a natural-born visionary who often sees what is on the horizon before anyone else does. The aligning affirmations of the hawk are: use alchemy. Animate your desires. Y'all know how much I appreciate animation. Transmute. So all these words, the person who I'm reading this for is here in the chat. We're just not saying their name. And transmute is a big word with you, isn't it? Yeah. Transmute ordinary into extraordinary. Join forces, form a partnership, empower, create, and seek together. Follow protocol. Choose a method, follow through, find vitality in the linear. Okay, what chakra do we think that the hawk has to do with, y'all? What chakra? What chakra? 13 in the chat, a traditional number for a coven. It's really been sitting at 13, hasn't it, Madam Butterfly? Amazing. Great guess, garden plants. It is not the crown. It is something else. What chakra do we think that the chakra is? What chakra is the chakra? You can spell hawk. No, you can't. I was going to say it's an anagram, but it's not. I was wrong. Okay, so what chakra do we think that the hawk is? Solar plexus, great guess. It's right here, y'all. Very good guess, Esoteric Dragon. It is the third eye. Practice processing things visually. Conjure up a scene in the past where you did not behave admirably. Replay it in your mind's eye with the way you wished it had acted. With the way that you wish you had acted. Ask yourself if there is anything related to that experience that inspires you with a current challenge. Is there a pattern you'd like to shift? Now, when you talk about the beastly practice of the hawk, when eating, hawks mantle or put their wings around themselves. To shield themselves and their meal from outsiders. Create a barrier to make meal times peaceful for yourself. I do this all the time. Like, I have never felt comfortable eating in a restaurant. I've never felt comfortable eating at a Thanksgiving dinner in my early childhood unless I'm completely comfortable with everybody there. And eating is a kind of a funny, weird spiritual time for me, and it always has been. And part of that is because my brother used to tease me when I ate. When I used to take a bite of food, he would do this, like, pig noise, like, he does it really well. I can't really do it, because it's not even nice or cute or anything like that. But that distracted me at first, but then after that, I realized, like, eating is a precious time, and you should turn off the television, and you should look at the food you're eating, and you should put as much color on your plate as possible to nourish your body. But remember that when we eat, when we actually look at our food rather than just shoveling it in, which a lot of us do because of like time constraints and busy life and technology and whatnot, when we actually look at our food, it helps us digest what we're eating. And when we focus on that and only that during that time. So I just want to say that to you guys, and then we'll keep reading here. Create a barrier to make meal times peaceful for yourself. Turn off the TV. Set your devices in another room. This is what I just said. It's so weird. And eat mindfully and with gratitude. If you happen to live with barbarians, my brother, be sure to shield your plate with your hands. Oh, Lordy. I do love you, brother. I just, you helped me and you scarred me in your life. Vocation of the hawk. When faced with threatening prey on the ground like a venomous snake, certain hawks will assume a matador pose, rising its wings high and away from its body like a huge cape to appear more menacing. When you feel intimidated, use your body language to protect confidence and authority. Stand tall, put your hands on your hips and or clasp behind your head, and lean back to project your authority. So I feel like I want to stand up and do that really quickly and kind of show you guys what that looks like. I may regret it later. Who knows? Who cares? I'm just folding laundry on my bed and I saw these blue jays. So what are we going to do? Where was I? Stand tall, put your hands on your hips, and clasp them behind your head. How do you do both of that? how do you put your hands on your hips and then also clasp them behind your head? I have no idea. So I guess it doesn't work unless you are a hawk, so we're just going to leave that. Now we're going to talk about the creativity of the hawk. Hawks fly in circles as they trace the boundaries of the earth. Invite the circle as form into your work, as a vessel, a design element, or a story, or a hero's journey, for example. When we talk about the hawk and relating, the talons and the grip of the hawk are enormously strong for grabbing prey. Be aware of where you may be holding on too tightly and relax your grip to improve relations. When we talk about the hawk and love, mating hawks will fly together until they become connected, and I think they're talking about phallus and womb. Until they become connected and then free fall as they procreate. Right, we are talking about penetration. It's time to learn to enjoy the free fall in your love life. That place of not knowing where things will land for you. Learn how to dance the unknown. That was quite beautiful. Just in general, those two birds together, something that I saw just on a whim this morning, and something that my best friend and I were talking about quite recently, and I said, oh yeah, I'll do that hawk video for you. The hawk and the blue jay together. Again, this is the Beasties book, y'all. It has loads of creatures in it. We've got rhinoceros, we've got pronghorn, we've got panda, we've got mountain lion, we've got hedgehog, we've got, donkey, we've got deer, we've got cormorant, cheetah, blue jay, badger, hi Uncle Badger, so many. And then there's also cryptozoology in here, and I do believe that this was written by a witch. It's just not a witchy book per se, and I didn't find it in the witchy book section. I really, really, really love this book. It's fantastic. It's excellent. I use it almost every day. Anytime that I need to look up something that has to do with like animal spirit and things like that, or just like, so let's just define at the end of this the difference between your spirit animal, your animal totem, etc., versus a sign from spirit. So this book you can use two ways. You can look up and you can know all about, like, let's say, for instance, koala. When I was a little kid, I was, like, dreadfully attached to koalas, and I thought that they were the best thing. I collected them. I got t-shirts on them, with them on t-shirts. I drew them. I did reports on them when I was in grade school, etc. Hi, Moon Magic. Welcome. So nice to see you. So at that point, that was my core beastie, or my spirit animal. But now my spirit animal is the deer. This is something that I collect over and over and over. However, if you just are looking out the window and you see a blue jay or a crow, or you're driving down the road and you see a pelican or an eagle, that's when you can dive into this book and go, what is spirit trying to tell me through this animal that I saw, as a signature? Okay? Does that make sense? I want to hear you guys say yes or no if that makes sense, because if it doesn't make sense, I'll try and explain it better. And then we'll just have a teeny tiny chat, and then we'll be done with this video. But I do want to have a teeny tiny chat with you guys and say hello and see how you're doing and everything like that. Otis loves you. Look at him taking his little bath. He's the cutest little bug, isn't he? He really is the cutest little bug. I could look at him all day. I could cuddle with him all day. A lot of people have been talking about crows lately. Yeah, for sure. We could definitely try and do a crow video. I think we talked about crows recently. We were talking about crows and ravens, and then we read from that book. I want to guess like 5 or 6 videos. Uncle Badger, you remember we just brought this up again in the last video. Uncle Badger says, and ravens can use tools. They can sharpen a stick or a skewer bugs out with holes. It's just awesome. I want to get more of Otis in that picture. Otis! Hi, buddy. Everybody loves you. Did you know that? We're proud of you for taking a bath. He's probably not depressed, because cats, just like people, when they get depressed, they don't bathe themselves. It's so crazy. You have 2 crows tattooed on you. Crows or ravens. Either way, that's really cool. I'd love to see those tattoos, Metalhead Lovebug Goss. I'd love to share mine. I need to do another full body tattoo reveal video, because I did one a long time ago, but I had music playing in the background, and then I had to take down all those music videos. But I do want to show all my tattoos again. Most intelligent birds. Yeah, absolutely. So what was I saying about whatever? I don't know. You guys want to chit chat, or are we done here? Cactus Daisy, yes, they used to say that what separated humans from other animals was the use of tools. That changed. Interesting. Wednesday, Odin's Day. We've been talking about Odin a lot. You have a ton done, lost count. Yeah, when people ask me how many tattoos I have no idea. And then, honestly, if you said, do you have a tattoo of this flower on your body? I would go, I don't know, I have to check. Like, I really don't know. You know, there's a lot of my body I can't see. And I'm actually going to be hooking up with one of my tattoo artists again because of my recent Facebook ventures. And so yeah, that'll be exciting. He wants to do a trade, so magic for tattoos? Fuck yeah. I'd love it. It's good stuff, y'all. Okay, everybody, it was so nice to see you here. I love that the main part of the chat, we had 13 people here most of the time. It's just such a lucky, like, resonant number. I just appreciate it so much. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm having a great day. Again, It seems these days, because I woke up with a, like, blazing headache, that nothing can really bring me down. And so please let that be a part of your life too. That anytime that you're feeling shit, you can just say, I feel amazing. Like, I'm amazingly blessed. Give gratitudes for everything that you have in your life. And all of a sudden, these smaller things will just kind of start to, like, disappear from problematic, your problematic universe. And I think it's gorgeous. I think it's absolutely beautiful. So it was great to see you guys. Who knows, maybe I'll come on later. But yeah, it was great to see you last night too. If you missed the chat last night, go check it out, because I put on my top hat and we put an owl feather in there, and it was just a really good time and really good banter, and just lots and lots of love, as most of you say to me. Lots of love. Spread positivity and blessings. Thank you for the chit chat. Yeah, totally. Thanks you guys for the chit chat. I love you. A kiss on both cheeks. And we'll see you soon. Ta.